I'm so glad you're here. In today's digital letter from a therapist, we will explore the idea of regulation, more specifically, self regulation and co regulation, and why interdependence is not the same as codependence. My name is Dr. Emily Stone. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist and a professor. This is not therapy, but this is information I share in therapy. So, dear listener, let's begin. One thing that we hear out in the world a lot is this idea about codependence. And I think it's been used so much in our society that it's really lost its meaning. The word codependence is sometimes used in ways that shame people from something that's called healthy interdependence. First, let's talk about what codependence is. Codependence, strictly speaking, is when I actually need you to not be doing well so that I can find identity in taking care of you. My drug of choice is being needed. I need to be needed. So that's in essence, in a nutshell, what codependence is. It is not needing someone to go to if you're upset. That's not codependence. It's not needing help and support. That's interdependence, healthy interdependence. Our Western, very hyper individualistic society really took that idea of codependence and used it to support our kind of rugged, pull yourself up by your bootstraps idea, including in relationships, so that if we are a person who's uncomfortable with other people's feelings, that we can pull that out if someone comes to us for support and, this is codependency. You got to figure this out. I can't do this for you. So just check in on yourself about how you're using that word codependence. So let's talk about healthy interdependence and what that looks like within the framework of understanding regulation. Regulation is very important in a relationship. It is when your nervous system can be settled, when you can soothe in order to not flip your lid. That's kind of it in a nutshell, but I mean, that's a pretty simple definition. Part of regulation is self-regulation. Self-regulation is when you can self-soothe. It's when you are able to hold space for your own emotions. It's when you can acknowledge and name emotions for yourself. Maybe involves journaling, going on a walk, taking care of yourself through a warm bath, good sleep. There's all kinds of ways that you can support self-regulation. It includes maybe going to therapy and really sitting with some of the thoughts and beliefs you have about emotions and what you should do with them in order to be able to work through them and honor them so that you don't end up throwing them at other people. Co-regulation is the other part of regulation. So co-regulation is when we reach out to access the support of someone in our life, usually our parent or our best friend or our partner. We reach out for support, and their ability to be with us, their settled nervous system, helps our nervous system regulate. And this is a really important part of being human. The way we learned to self-regulate was in the context of experiencing co-regulation with our caregivers at an early age. One thing that can be interesting to think about is, how did your caregivers self-regulate so they could co-regulate with you? Or did they? What did you learn about co-regulation? Did you experience co-regulation as being safe, as something that was okay and welcomed? So as we co-regulate with our caregiver starting at birth, we start to co-regulate with our parent, most likely our mother. In that relationship, we're soothed by her or our father or our parent, and that over time helps us create an internal working model of being able to regulate ourselves. This is one of those things that what comes first, the chicken or the egg? Do we self-regulate so that we can co-regulate, or do we co-regulate that then helps us self-regulate? Well, I would say that as an adult, the answer is yes. It's both. You can't really tell where one ends and one begins. Initially, though, it is absolutely we co-regulate to then learn how to self-regulate. In your relationship, it is actually really important that you experience both. You practice and grow in your ability to self-regulate so that you can reach out to co-regulate. Sometimes we are overwhelmed and we aren't self-regulating, so it makes it difficult to reach out to co-regulate. We also self-regulate so that we can be present when our partner needs to co-regulate with us. If you struggle to co-regulate, if that's something that feels really hard for you, then you might want to think about what did you learn about co-regulation growing up? What have you learned from society? Now, I want to be clear. You are not required to co-regulate with someone who is literally taking their emotions, this hot potato of emotions, or maybe we'd call it this bomb of emotions, and throwing it at you for you to catch instead of them. Co-regulation means being with someone and helping them hold those emotions with them, not instead of them. So if someone is constantly coming to you and kind of throwing them at you, you don't have to catch that. All right. And that's something for you to think about. How do you reach out for co-regulation? Have you been able to learn and experience healthy co-regulation so that you can self-regulate in a way that you're able to reach out for support without throwing your emotions at another person? I'm going to give you a visual. So regulation equals both co-regulation and self-regulation. It's really a dance between those. To reiterate here, self-regulation and co-regulation work together in a healthy relationship. Most of us have work to do here. If you do, you're not alone. Just remember, in a healthy relationship, you absolutely need self-regulation and co-regulation working together. And that is healthy interdependence, not codependence. This has been another letter from a therapist. You can read and listen to more at my Substack, dremilystone.substack.com. If this letter speaks to you in any way, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one. And I hope you will consider following if you think that I might share something that could be helpful for you or someone you know. Until next time, may your mind be steady and your heart be open.